And Kim is with us today from Synergy Credit Union. Kim is a member service officer. Kim, thank you so much for joining us. And we are going to talk today about living on your own for the first time. And a lot of people probably don't consider everything that's involved. It's like, hey, mom and dad, I'm gone. I want to get out of here. So how do you just even start out by figuring out where you want to live?
So yeah, there is a lot to consider. So you kind of need to do your homework in advance. You need to figure out, like, where do you plan on living? What are the rental terms, and when is your rent due? Do you plan to live with roommates? Is there a security deposit needed? And are you able to sublease if you plan on being away for a long period of time? Are they even going to need to pull a credit check?
Right. And is there more to consider than just the actual rent check when you're thinking about this? Because obviously, I mean, it'd be nice if you could just move in and you just had rent to pay, but most of us know that's not the case.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Depending on the place you're renting, you could be looking at the first and last month's rent as well as the security deposit. Moving expenses. Do you plan on hiring a company, or do you plan on needing gas money for your own vehicle? And most people who move out for the first time don't even have the basic furniture, so that's another expense you have to worry about. And then there's also your basic bills. Most of them require a deposit or a setup fee to even get them installed.
And now, when it comes to making the move, this isn't something usually that people will just, hey, I'm moving tomorrow. So what are some of the things you need to think about when you're just even getting ready to make the move, like ahead of time?
Yeah, so it's nice to be able to put money aside if you're able to while you're still at home. Save before making the leap. Just because you work and you're able to afford everything doesn't mean that you're quite ready yet. You need to have about 3 to 6 months worth of income set aside for an emergency, or if something was to happen at work, then you at least can afford to live on your own still. And
now, then once you have that all straightened out, which obviously is a big deal and takes a lot of time, when you actually move in, then what are some of the things you need to think about?
So bills tend to sneak up on us because they show up at different times. They have different due dates. Some of them get delivered to you mail, some of them are emailed to you, and some of them have to be paid monthly, and some of them have to be paid yearly. And some of them fluctuate a lot up and down. So it takes a lot of organizing to get them all under control. So we recommend having a bill time. You want to be able to take about 15 minutes once a week and sit down and gather all your bills and stuff together.
Organization is
Organization,
key.
yeah, definitely. So you want to gather them all up, and then you want to locate or print them out, whichever way, or even go online if they're all online. You want to input the bills and their due dates into a calendar, and then the amounts as well. And then you want to look over, or an app, or however you keep track of them.
Right.
And then you want to locate which ones need to be paid at that time, and then either go online and pay them or pay by check. Then you want to mark them off complete, and then congratulate yourself that you've done them for that month. And then after that, you'll want to keep track of them and go ahead and see what's due for the next week or the next month.
So basically, it's a habit, right? Get it started off the right way, and then hopefully you won't get behind in the months to come.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll be back again to talk a little bit more about living on your own.
Thank you.